I'm just getting ready to start my TPN. So I'm going to start drawing up my vitamins. And I have these 2 vials. Each one is 5 mLs. So I got to draw my syringe back 5 mLs. So you got to push air into the vials first. And always wipe them down with alcohol first. Just push the air into it and then release and pull back. The same thing with the other one. I just tend to keep them in the same syringe because they're going to get mixed up in the TPN anyway. So I'm going to pull back another 5 mLs. Push the air in and then draw it back. And sometimes with the second one, it doesn't get it all in one go, and you have to push a little bit more air back in to get it all out. I usually try to knock some of the air bubbles out of it before I inject it in the bag, so I don't have to deal with air in the bag, because then it ends up in the line. So then I'm going to take my bag. This is the TPN bag, and this is a little injection port. And the same thing, I'm going to wipe it down first, so you never know. And then needle straight down the middle. And in the sharps container, vials go in the sharps container too. And this, you just kind of shake it up a little bit. Sometimes it helps to hold it up for a couple minutes so that these kind of mix up and get all your vitamins in there correctly. Take another alcohol wipe. Get that ready, and I'm going to get my tubing and pull it out of the package. Just kind of straighten it out. Got a clamp here. I'm going to take it down to the end. This is the end that goes into the PICC line, and I'm going to clamp it off. And this is the end that goes into the TPN bag, and this is where it goes in. So I pull the cap off and always rub everything down with alcohol. this has a little cap on it. And then you spike the bag. So then I get my pump bag ready. This is the bag that I carry around all day. So the TPN goes in this way. There's little Velcro pieces that go through. So then I'm going to start feeding this through my pump. So there's a little clamp here and it's got a little lock on it. You just twist that until it comes off. And I'm going to let this kind of go back in as much as I can. If it'll go back in now. Just because otherwise there's too much waste. So there's little holes where these go in. So the blue one comes around this way and goes in that little hole. And then this side comes around the top and goes in right there. I want to make sure that tube's kind of in the middle. And then you can close the door. And then what I'm going to do, this one is my TPN line. So I'm going to flush it because it's got heparin in it right now. I'm going to get the air out of my saline flush. And it's got a cap on it that has alcohol in it, so it really doesn't need to be messed with. I'm going to unclamp it and flush it. And then we always pull back to check for good blood return. There's good blood return, so I'm just going to flush it the rest of the way. I'm going to leave that attached until I'm ready to hook the TPN up, just because that way I don't have to worry about the line getting dirty. So I usually use the package the tubing comes in to bleed any extra TPN out if there's like air bubbles in the line. I'm going to turn the pump on, and it's going to make a couple loud beeps as it turns on and goes through its little menu. So yes, program, yes, we're repeating a prescription, and it's going to go through another little menu, and that's my prescription. And we need to prime, so we're going to push prime, and then you hold the prime button down and it'll start to flow TPN through the tube so you don't get any air in the line. And it has this little card. It's got a front and a back. You always want to watch the back because there's little channels in there, and if you get air in it, it'll start to pull blood backwards through your line. Just kind of move it around because sometimes it helps the little air bubbles get through. And then I'm going to take the clamp off because if you keep it on, the pressure builds up in the line and it'll bark at you. And I'm going to hold it over this package and continue priming. There's a little bit of air in that card, So I'm going to clamp it real quick and try to see if I can get that out. If not, it'll probably be okay. And you can see there's still some air bubbles in the tubing. So I'm just going to keep letting this go until those all come out. So that's pretty good. So then I'm going to take this blue cap off, and I'm going to grab another alcohol wipe, just because TPN is really thick and sticky. I'm going to wipe this off, try to get some of that TPN hiding in there out. And I'm going to disconnect my flush and connect my TPN. And I push yes to continue and run to start. And that's it.